Hi, I'm Andrew Simpson with Ether Automation, and in this video, we're going to continue on with our custom ERP solution inside Zoho Creator for manufacturers. Now, in the previous video, we've made a standalone function that is going to check in or check out an employee. In this video, we're going to continue on with that by making that function a clickable button, allowing the employee to check in, check out, see the status, whether or not they've clocked in or out, as well as enforce a completed work log creation if they're checking out. So without further ado, let me share my screen and let's jump into it. Okay, so I'm inside Zoho Creator right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new page. And this page is going to be called Employee Check-in /out. So we're going to create the page. Before we get started, what are we going to want on the page? We're going to want the employee's name, we're going to want their status, and then we're going to want a button that they can click to either check in or check out. So in order to do this, I'm going to create a page variable. And on this page variable, I'm going to have two variables. One is this employee name. The other one is a status. So then I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to click panel. I'm going to drag in a panel. And I'm going to move this up to the top here. And I'm going to change this word to hello. And then the value is going to be the employee name. So now it says hello employee name. And I'm going to add another panel. And then it's going to say you are currently checked in or checked out. Finally, I'm going to want to add a button. And this button, I'm going to make it called check in or out. Now, the action for this is going to be to execute a function, and this is going to be the function we created in the last video, the employee clock out system. Now, I'm going to go back to that employee clock out system, and what I've done is I've added this open URL right at the end there with the return. So now I'm going to click done, and I'm going to access this application. And this application currently looks like this. Now the reason I want to do this now is I want to copy this page URL and go back to this function, the employee clock in from the last video. And if we're just creating a new time log for the employee, we're going to send them back to that page. Otherwise, they're going to go to this work order page. Yeah, so I can click save. And then I'm going to go back to this page. So how do we actually populate these two variables? Well, I'm going to click the variables in the top right, go to script, and what are we going to want to do? First, we want to get employee, and then we want to get their check-in or check-out status. And because I'm a developer, we want to be as lazy as we can here. So I'm going to go back to this function, which is the function from the previous video, and I'm actually going to copy these first two lines here. So this is the employee, and then this is the time log. And then I have this thing here that says if the time log count, the ID count is greater than 0, but I'm going to say if it's greater than 0, then they are clearly checked in. But if it is 0, then they might be checked out, or this could be their first shift, but now that I think about it, they'd be checked out. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to say status checked in, checked out. Then I'm going to apply that employee record and the check-in, check-out status. So there we go. So I'm just going to save that. And now when I go to this page here, great. Hello, test employee. You are currently checked in. That's perfect. So the next thing I'd want to do is click this checkout button. And because I don't have anything on me, I'm going to click submit. And that's great that it sends the work completed log. But if I go back to the checkout page, it says I've checked out, but I do want it to automatically redirect me to this page after I've submitted it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the created work log or completed work log form, and I'm going to add a field. And this field is going to be called redirect to. Now I want to do a couple things with this. First thing I'm going to want to do is open a workflow for completed work logs, I'm going to want to hide this field. I don't want people to see it, so we'll go hide redirect to. Second thing I want to do is I'm going to create a workflow for on-form submission for this redirect to be used. There's going to be a delete script, so if it's not null, then we're going to open the URL. There we go. So then it would redirect back to whatever page we pass in. And so I'm going to want to go back to the function here where we generate the output URL. And I'm going to add that. So now when I go to this page, I'm currently checked out. I'm going to click check in. Boom, I'm now checked in. Now when I go to checkout, it redirects me. I don't have any products, but we can see that the redirect to is to this page. So I'm going to click submit, and it brings you right back to this page telling me I've checked out. Now this page can be modified as well. Like we can go ahead and add some other items to it, like a report of all their time logs. You know, let's go ahead and do that. This report will show me all the time logs for this employee in the last 2 weeks. So I can click done. If I reload this page, boom, here's my time log, my start time, the end time. We can also modify this so that they can't add, edit, deletes, duplicates, search, print, exports, or do any of these things in bulk. So it just makes it a little easier for employees to see, oh yeah, these were the shifts I had, these were the times I've logged, these were the stuff I worked on, kind of thing. So in the next video, we're going to set up a workflow that is going to update your sales orders as a work order gets worked on. You know, as you take time to assemble a work order, you're going to want to know, hey, how much have we assembled? When is it going to be ready to ship? So that your team can communicate with your customers. I hope you found this video helpful. I will see you in the next video.